thank you all again for joining us, everybody. It's been a month now that we've been running this fundraiser, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. Like Maddie said, there are some things that make this a good year, and just seeing our community's support and generosity and willingness to do something in the face of this hard fire that we all had to go through. It is a good show of a light in the darkness. It's also fitting that the Forest Service today announced that the Riverside fire is officially 100% contained. So while the work continues of removing all the hazard trees, especially from the roads, at least the fire itself is over. It will be contained. It's not going to spread beyond any of the lines. And now we just have the long process of rebuilding. And so in our fundraiser, let's see, we had 110 separate people and organizations donated, which is just great. That's just so many people who've made the decision to support, who believe in the message that we're sending, who want to help out. And that's encouraging for hopefully how many people will be able to come out and help us plant these trees. We called this fundraiser 10 Trees for the Clackamas, Replant the Riverside, 10 Trees for the Clackamas. The idea being that it's for $10, we can plant a tree. But the average donation was almost $160 per person, meaning that people have opted to donate more than just one tree. They've opted to donate at least a dozen trees with their donation. And we'll be able to work things out once we select the site as far as how many trees we can actually plant with this money, but we're looking like we're going to be able to plant more than we've expected. So opening night, we had a $1,000 challenge from an anonymous person who said, opening night, I'll match up to $1,000. And we hit that. And we actually raised almost $3,000 in the first opening night with our Watershed Celebration presentation. We had another $2,000 match from the Warren Industries Employee Community Impact Project for Giving Tuesday. And we hit that challenge as well. And we raised over $5,500 on Giving Tuesday through Facebook, through people sending in checks, through people over PayPal. So just again, another show of tremendous generosity. A few people we've highlighted for their donations. The Trout Unlimited Clackamas River chapter and the Sandy River chapter of Northwest Steelheaders, both pledging and donating $500. Dean Moore from Boulder, Colorado. Does anyone know Dean? I haven't been able to track down who he is or his connection to the Clackamas, but very generous. And then Tim Shibahara and his family, who pledged, Tim pledged $500 at our opening night, and as well as Robert Draper, who is actually, his house burned down in the Dowdy Road fire, and that's actually where we were able to put some erosion control mechanisms. And so he was really thankful for our help there and a really good supporter of our work. He's also a Shade Our Streams landowner. And then just a few days ago, we got confirmation from the City of Tigard Public Works that they will be donating $5,000 to the effort as well. So some really fantastic, great shows of generosity, and for a total of over $17,000 that we've raised to help bring our community together to counter some of the destruction that we've seen. So it's just from the bottom of my heart, with everything that has happened, just want to thank all of you for your support, for your donations, for getting the word out, and for making this fundraiser a success. Now we'll be able to plant almost 2,000 trees. And like I said, once we figure out the details of where we plant and the terrain and the types of trees that would be best for that area, we might be able to plant some more. So we'll be able to, do a little piece of regeneration and healing. So the next steps for this is we are coordinating with several other organizations to determine where we will plant our trees. You know, there's, I'm sure as you all know, there's other organizations that are collecting information, trying to help people get connected to the resources that they need to replant their lands. There's private, there's public, there's state, there's federal. So we will be sort of ready to go and have our plans ready once we find an area that has been skipped by all these other programs as well. And we will be in touch with everybody to let them know when we're planting, where we're planting, and to invite people to come out and plant with us. So just again, thank you so much. And this is just the first step, and our work continues, and we'll be able to plant those trees soon and hopefully take a first step in healing from these fires. So thank you so much, and congratulations, everybody. Yeah, with that, I'll pass it off to Cheryl and Bill, who have some other good news to celebrate. So go ahead, you guys.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you to all of our Clackamas River Basin Council board and staff members who pulled together for this month-long event, and we appreciate everyone that has participated. As Adam said, we're increasing awareness of natural resources, and specifically for the Clackamas, both far and wide. So out of state as well as our local area, we're gaining recognition. It is a year that we all can agree we're going to be glad to see it in our rear view mirrors. That we also recognize that for this year, we have many things to be appreciative of and to celebrate. So I have the honor of announcing a couple awards. The first up, our Stevens River Watch Award. I am very pleased and honored to announce that we will honor Lisa Bucy-Kilders with this award. Lisa is an unwavering partner representing the Soil and Water Conservation District for many water quality protection activities, such as educational workshops, agricultural pesticide collections, and local ag water quality committee participation. She has been providing expertise for a current effort, that's with the Pesticide Stewardship Partners strategic planning effort that she, Susie, and an individual, Kurt Cook, with Oregon Department of Agriculture have been leading. Lisa's support and key roles in all of these efforts go beyond expectations of her position. She is an effective and enthusiastic partner through many challenges faced this year. As I've told Lisa, all she has to do is open her mouth and beauty exudes. When she speaks, she exudes joy. When Lisa speaks, you're just glad to be in her presence. Lisa, we honor you tonight with the Stevens River Watch Award for 2020.
Thank you, that's awfully kind.
Awfully deserved.
No, thank you.
Totally deserved.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We love working with our Watershed Council partners, and we've been working with you guys quite closely for a long time. So this is really very nice. Thank you.
Yes, we have a great partnership. This year's plaque, our perpetual plaque, is new. So you're the first on this plaque for 2020, and we now have our true logo on the plaque that is up on the screen now. Our next award is our Cole Gardiner Stewardship Award. And it is my pleasure to be announcing this award to Tim Shibahara. In addition to your many contributions to the Clackamas River Basin Council, Tim, you recently exhibited extraordinary courage in the face of significant danger during the devastating 2020 Riverside fire. Tim helped neighbors and staff of PGE protect homes and the utilities property. during the fire's peak one morning at 2 a.m. and with flames whipping overhead, fanned by high winds, Tim raced to PGE's vital state-of-the-art fish sorter facility and arranged the controls to allow fish passage to continue uninterrupted. As a result, an estimated 1,500 coho salmon passed over North Fork Dam rather than kegging up in an open fish ladder where several hundred would almost certainly have perished by leaping out. Tim's help with neighbors and rescue of salmon add to the wealth of his personal stewardship for the Clackamas River Basin. This award recognizes you, Tim, for your heroism under fire.
Thank you very much. It's a very big shocker. I'm really impressed with how that story of me and the fires appears to be getting bigger and bigger. By the time I'm at my eulogy, I imagine it's going to be like flames on my back taking me down, and I got to the facility and opened it up for that last coho. But thank you. I knew Cole, great man. It's actually quite an honor to get something in his name. He had incredible stewardship and passion and love of this watershed. Remember walking, the upper Clackamas with him and Lowell, and it's just a cool thing. Just really appreciate being a part of this River Basin Council, and let me ride on your coattails of probably the most successful watershed council in the entire state of Oregon, probably in the Northwest. And so thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim. And I can't say enough for what you've done. It's not just about heading up there in the face of fire, but just the control, and Garth can back this up, just what you've done to enhance the passage of our spring chinook and coho into the upper river. I can't say enough for it, and we just honor you and appreciate what you've done.
Yeah, well, Bill, I'm truly standing on the backs of giants. There are so many people that have, PGE for 100 years has invested into fish facilities. The engineers, the experts, the team, Garth, Nick, Maggie, Lindsay here that does all this. I'm just honestly, I'm the cheerleader. I'm just out there just like, helping them pay bills and just telling them they're doing great work. And so thank you.
Well, thank you. Okay, next is the Outstanding Support Award is given for extraordinary support of the Basin Council and its mission. A little background here. The nominating committee originally met and unanimously selected Michael Walker, who you may recall received our Stevens Watch Award in 2019 because of his efforts to keep the river clean and picked up and free of debris and litter. Michael continues to float the river periodically, collecting trash and caring for our waterway without compensation or publicity heraldry. This past year, however, he hit a rock with his drip boat and damaged it beyond repair. A group of volunteers and Clackamas drip boats and donated a new boat to him to continue his work. Our unanimous intent was to award Michael with the Outstanding Support Award. However, subsequent to that meeting, a second meeting was called by the committee's chair. Gee, I wonder who that might be. And in the presence of a quorum, sans one member, the decision was made to instead present Michael with a very well-deserved honorary mention. The committee then voted unanimously in a quorum of those present to instead present this year's to the absent committee member, John Borden.
Mm-hmm.
John has been an invaluable council member and has served with distinction on the executive committee. He rarely says no when challenged with a difficult task. His enthusiastic involvement extends from the boardroom to boots on the ground, whether it's sampling tributaries with Susie or monitoring sewage treatment plants. His extensive background in water quality issues and water law have measurably contributed to the Clackamas River Basin Council's mission to foster partnerships for clean water and to improve fish and wildlife habitat and the quality of life for those who live, work, and recreate in the watershed. John is a key member of the Issues and Policy Committee and has performed yeoman work in helping review and prioritize projects for our Clackamas Partnership, FIP. While we're sorry to see him step away from the Executive Committee, we're pleased that he plans to continue his considerable assistance. John?
I am so shocked and astonished, I simply can't believe it. I actually have tears in my eyes. Folks, really, I had no imagination that you would think me worthy of such an award.
You've earned it, John, and we're depending on you in the future, and we just thank you for all of your assistance and hard work.
Well, thank you. I hardly know how to express myself. I'm going to leave it at that.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Next is next and last is the Thalweg Award. It was established in 2008. It's given to past award recipients who deserve additional special recognition. The award is given in the spirit of the Thalweg. It's a German word. It's a hydrological feature where the deepest flow of the river exists. Thalwegs are characterized by the path of the river combining the most ideal flow, the coolest water, and the path that fish follow when coming home. This year's award for the first time is presented posthumously to Bob Toman, who received the Stevens River Watch Award in 2014. The coincidental timing is perfect, and it kind of makes me stop because this would have been Bob's 72nd birthday. No present could be more appropriate than to recognize his many contributions to the Clackamas River and its habitat, and we'll present the award to his children, Becky Pentecost and Jeremy Toman. Bob was a steadfast and dependable supporter of the Basin Council and his work, and was a past member of the board of directors. His knowledge of the Clackamas River was legendary. He grew up learning all of the secret pools where fish grew large and small, hatchery and wild, hid and thrived. As an adult, Bob lived and worked on the river as a fishing guide, sharing ideas for protecting and improving the river's health with anyone who asked, from youngsters to professional scientists. And there were many that came to ask his opinions. He held an annual river fishing trip for fellow war veterans. He was a two-time Purple Heart awardee from Vietnam. Just one example of his willingness to give his time to others who were interested in true river experience. In good weather and bad, Bob's boat was punctuated daily by his infectious spirit and stories that made all who listened become true believers in our national resource gem, the Clackamas River. All who fished with him went home fulfilled, whether or not they caught anything. Bob Toman, rest in peace and the tranquility of your beloved river. And I don't know if Jeremy has joined us tonight. Are you there, Jeremy? I think that Becky is there, but she'd rather not present anything. And I will just say that the plaque that, do we have a picture of the plaque?
The award is on the screen.
The plaque that we'll give to Bob will probably be placed, well, I hope will be placed in his home on the Clackamas River, which will become probably a bed and breakfast, was the last that I heard. So with that, we conclude this evening's meeting. I I have to tell you that I am so proud of where the Basin Council has come, and the leadership and the staff, and everything that is provided to us. We're on the threshold of great things, and great accomplishments with habitat, especially on our river and others actually across the state. But we're a showcase for everyone, and just remember that. So I have quite a bit of pride in that as I turn the gavel over to Gail, and I'm confident that she and Todd and others will lead us into the future. Thank you very much for coming, everyone, and I hope you have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, my pleasure to be here tonight.
Merry
Stay
Christmas.
safe, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Great,
Happy
everybody.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Take care.
Happy
Bye.
holidays. Congratulations. Take care.
We hope to see you all in the new year and actually see you face to face.
That would be nice. Great work, everyone. Clackamas River Basin Council is an awesome organization.
Thank you.
Have a good night.